Emilia Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laxon.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hello and welcome, tennis fans, to another Game to Love tennis podcast, live play-by-play stream. We've got the world number one Carlitos Alcaraz versus Bagnis of Argentina. Yes, actually the match is just starting out. Facundo Bagnis is serving first, and yeah, everyone's anticipating Carlitos getting back on the court after his Indian Wells victory. Let's see here. Should we get the scoreboard up? Let's get the scoreboard up. Yeah, let's do it. So, yeah, there you have it, folks. Carlitos back on court after his Indian Wells victory and quickly returning here. He's won the first 2 points. I think a lot of people are going to be calling this one for Carlitos. I doubt anyone really will be going for Facundo Bagnis. No disrespect to Bagnis, of course. He's the 33-year-old number 100 ranked player in the world. Actually faced Carlos 3 times in his career, twice in challengers. Let me just let you know where they were. One of them was in Italy. So this was in 2020. It was a challenger in Cordenons, Italy. One in Portugal, 2021, also a challenger. And then last year, 2022, in Umag, a tournament that Alcaraz, he actually won 2 years ago and then lost in the final to Yannick Sinner. So, yeah, there we go, folks. Just a little intro for y'all. And Alcaraz, it comes out and breaks to love to start the match. So, very fast start from the world number one. Yeah, let's go here. Let's hit this couple of buttons. Oh, wow. Before I could even finish my intro, Carlitos is up a break. And a break to love at that. Okay, folks, let's get your predictions for this match. All right, folks, I'm going to say Carlitos 6-2, 6-1. Actually, may even throw a bagel in there. I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say 6-love, 6-2. How about that? That's what I'm going to go with. Carlitos starts his service game off with an ace. Oh my goodness, this is comical already, folks. We have Ted Nervander in the house. Alcaraz Bagnis saying Alcaraz will win 6-2, 6-2 in 65 minutes, he's saying. We've got Ashkarion, se va a ver el partido por aquí. I think you're asking if we're showing the match. The answer is no. Lo siento, amigo, yo no hablo español, just poquito. So 30 love Alcaraz. Serve goes out wide, and the return is lands in the alley. Alcaraz, gosh, this is a really quick start. Kathy in the house saying hello, Covey. Welcome, Kathy. Great to see you. We've been chatting as well. By the way, during the break, I took Gobi for a walk, and I was listening to that link you sent me to, and it was very, very fun. I only got through about 25, 30 minutes of it because I had my second eye on the Fritz match, which only lasted an hour actually. And I want to make sure I wasn't late. I actually had to cut Gobi's walk short so that I didn't miss the beginning of this match. Kathy saying Jim Courier and Brett Haber saying short day at the office for Carlitos. Yeah, I agree. Emma saying hi, everyone. Welcome back, Emma. Kathy saying Carlitos Bakery. So she's saying breadstick bagel, breadstick bagels. Emma, Alcaraz 2 sets. Hey, Covey and everyone, welcome Max again. Emma's also welcoming. Gosh, another game to love here for Carlitos. He's already consolidated his first break. He's won all 8 points in this match so far, folks. And consolidation. And it was to love. And Bagnis with a forehand in this finally gets into a little bit of a rally, but his forehand goes long. The left-hander from Argentina. So Alcaraz won all 9 points so far in the match. Alcaraz block back return, forehand Bagnis, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis into the net. He's committed several shots into the net, has Bagnis already. First 10 points in a row go to Carlitos. Getting pretty crazy here. Max saying, do you think this match will go under an hour? I do, actually. I do. Hey, Emma, nice to see you, says Max. Kathy, yes, it's a good listen. Yes, Max, 45 minutes, my prediction. All right, Alcaraz, forehand, backhand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz, backhand Bagnis into the top part of the net. And it's love 40 here. Alcaraz all over it, folks. Poor Bagnis, says Kathy. Going to be a dominant display. Don't see Bagnis being able to push Carlos. M saying, hi, Covey, my newest Instagram friend. Actually, I got a few in the last couple of days, thanks to GTL podcast streams. Yeah, Alcaraz has won all 11 points, folks. So he broke to love, held to love, and now he's up love 40 on the Bagnis serve. First serve Bagnis off the tape, and we got a let first serve, 121 miles per hour. Bagnis is rocking the Joma clothing, the J. We were talking about that earlier, actually. I'll get into the specifics in one sec. And Bagnis gets his first point, a running forehand from Alcaraz as Bagnis approached the net, and then he volleys and does a little drop volley. It is now 15-40. So it took him 12 points, but he finally gets one. So tough start to the match, a bunch of unforced errors into the net, and Carlitos just looks like he's hitting the ball really well. Second break point in the service game. First serve is long. And second serve is good. Backhand return Carlitos. Now forehand Carlitos, forehand Bagnis, forehand Carlitos, and that's an errant one. So a couple of breaks saved here for Bagnis. And finally finding his way into the match. So Bagnis is wearing a mint green, like a kind of mint chocolate chip ice cream flavored hat, and the with the J on it. He's also got the shirt with the same color. And then they've taken the camera off him here. I believe he's got white shorts on. Yeah, white shorts. White shoes, and yeah, so it reminds me of the mint chocolate chip ice cream. Now I'm getting hungry, and I'm off the sugar, so what is going on? Yeah, and Alcaraz breaks, so it's quickly 7 minutes into this match. It's 3-love Alcaraz. Bagnis did get 2 points in that game, the first 2 points of the match for Bagnis.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right. Kathy saying early night at the office for Covey. Go be happy. She will get more attention tonight. Yes, she definitely will. M saying Carlos gonna sail through this. Yeah, I agree with you there. Emma, I like this Nike kit from Carlos. Love the simple white and pink. Yeah, he's been rocking that since he came back, actually, in Buenos Aires, and then also rocked it in Rio, also rocked it in Indian Wells. Max saying, hey, Ems, nice to see you. Paul asking, how do you see Alcaraz versus Djokovic matchup on the clay courts? I think it's going to be just as rowdy as it was when they played in Madrid. That was a 3-setter, and it went to a third set tiebreak. Yeah, hopefully when they play, Djokovic will be in match form. So this is assuming that Alcaraz stays healthy and Djokovic finds his rhythm in the first 2 or 3 potential tournaments after he comes back, beginning in Monte Carlo, which is the next tournament after this one. Kathy saying, yes, Fritz was wearing a dark turquoise and beige, plain and simple. Tennis Twit saying, hey, everyone, welcome back, Tennis Twit. Nice to see you, Max, says Ems. Hey, TT, says Kathy. Carlos has places to be, says Emma. He's in a rush, probably has dinner date or something. I see Carlos winning like he did last year, Paul. That's Kathy regarding the Djokovic-Alcaraz match, or potential matchup. But yeah, I think the only place where I don't think Carlos has the greatest shot against Djokovic right now, just today speaking, is on the grass, especially in a best of 5. Although you never know. You just never know how quickly Alcaraz can learn on his way to a potential late round matchup there. But yeah, that's what I would say. I'd say on clay, he's got a really good chance. Nice kicker serve. And the forehand from Bagnis into the net. 30 love. Alcaraz looking to consolidate real quick once again. Tennis Twit saying, seems like this will be a brief one, Kathy. Max Covey did make a great prediction that this is going to be Carlos's year. Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. I am obviously a big fan of his, but the way that he's come out, it's really great to see. Definitely. Let's see here. Okay. Alcaraz serve up the middle. Forehand return Bagnis. Backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Bagnis. Back into the net. So 40 love Alcaraz. And he has just been cruising. Alcaraz won the first 8 points, 9 points, 10 points, 11 points. And then Bagnis got a couple. And now Alcaraz got another 3 in a row here. We got Sunkit in the house. Oops. Sunkit saying, hi, Covey. Welcome. Emma's also welcoming. Kathy saying Wimbledon. Okay, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Bagnis goes wide. Alcaraz with another consolidation. 12 minutes in is for love Carlito. M saying he wasn't great on grass last year, but he was struggling with injury too. Yeah, his whole right shoulder was completely taped, shoulder to wrist. It was crazy. Have never seen that before. Carl's going to surprise everyone on the grass this year, says Kathy. I like the way you think, Kathy. Emmy, goodness me, this has been a whooping as so far, I believe you're trying to say there. So far, there you go. And Sunkit, I feel Bagel is on. Carlos has taken over Iga's bakery. Maybe we'll just call it Carlos's bakery. Okay, and Bagnis wins a point on his serve. 15 love for the Argentine. So if in case you missed it, these players have played 3 times, twice in challengers. One of them actually, the first time they met, which was, again, what was the exact, let me get that for you. Bagnis tries to go up the line as Alcaraz makes his way to the net. However, that goes just wide. So it's 15 all. So when they played, the first time they played, Bagnis actually took a set, but that was in 2020. So 3 years ago when Alcaraz was 16 years old. And that was in Italy and a challenger. Another one in Portugal, Alcaraz straight sets, and then Umag straight sets in the last year's tournament. Serve is good. Return up the middle, and Bagnis forehand into the net. Bagnis has hit at least 7 or 8 forehands into the net. So he is not having a good start. The absolute only chance he would have even had to stand a chance in this match is if he came out and started redlining. It looks like the opposite has happened, which is not good news. Backhand return off the serve. Now Alcaraz with a shank backhand, so it's 30 all. Bagnis getting a couple of points here on his serve. Kathy saying, hey, Sunkit, listening to Fritz interview on Tennis Channel. Sunkit, I feel once his serve improves, he will be unstoppable on grass, even against Novak. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely some big words. For me, my thing with Alcaraz against Rafa and Novak is until he beats them in a best of 5, advantage for them. But that doesn't mean that I don't think he could beat them in a best of 5. I just think Alcaraz could probably beat Rafa in a best of 5 on a really good day. Let's say in Paris, for example. The only thing I don't see happening as of today is Alcaraz winning against Novak on grass. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled, like I said, this guy learns so fast. So say if he does make it to, say, a Wimbledon final. So he's played 6 matches now, and the 7th match. So, but 6 matches of learning for him is crazy. And he's only played 6 matches in his professional career on grass. Can you believe that? He's got 4 wins and 2 losses. It's unbelievable. So he has like no experience on it. Sanket, every time I'm about to hit a comment, another one, it pops up. It moves the thing up. Bagnis here at deuce. First serve is long. Sanket, hey, Kathy, let us know if anything interesting comes from Fritz. Kathy saying, hello, he played pickleball. Sanket, I think I actually saw some of that. Bagnis, first serve. Alcaraz off the tape, and it lands. A lucky bounce for Alcaraz. It lands on the Bagnis side, so advantage Alcaraz. I struggle to see who will beat Carlos here, says Ems. Yeah, same here. I mean, the thing is, okay, now it's not, he's improving, is Alcaraz, but he does tend to have like 1 match per tournament where he's just not hitting the ball really well. Timing's not on. Like, for example, in Indian Wells, the first set against Sinner in their, was it quarter or semi? Anyways, it was one of those. And he wasn't really that on, he was in the first set, but he ended up winning the tiebreak and then he loosened up. So if Alcaraz has one of those matches, say against, let's say, Runa, Fritz, maybe Sinner, I could see him dropping a match, but I don't think right now, I feel like he's kind of just like flowing and zoning right now. So I would say advantage Alcaraz against pretty much anyone. Yeah, in this tournament, yeah. All right, Bagnis back to deuce. Second serve coming up. Serve is good. Backhand return up the middle. Backhand Bagnis into the net. And these Bagnis unforced errors into the net, they're not like hitting the tape. They're like landing like a foot below the top of the net. So his timing's just not off. We got Ben, aka Son of Robin Records. Haha, I said 6060 Covey. And yes, he did. Actually, Ben made a new button for this one, and it's for Bagnis. So hopefully we have a chance to play it. Might have to, how about this? If Bagnis gets 3 points in a row, I'm going to play his button. First serve into the net there. Emma saying, I predicted start of the year that Alcaraz could dominate again, but I didn't see Iga doing it. I've been right so far. All right. Alcaraz, forehand return off the tape, lands on the Bagnis side. Now we got a backhand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz. No, it's a drop shot. Oh, and it doesn't make it over the net. So we are back to deuce. Alcaraz looks freshly shaved here, too. He had a little bit of stubble the last couple tournaments. Okay, so Alcaraz kit, in case you guys are wondering, the hot pink. And what I mean by hot pink, like neon pink, like a highlighter. And he's got the black Nike swoosh in the middle. He's got off-white shorts, and then he's got the white shoes, and he's rocking the wristband, the white Nike wristband, no headgear, and the wristband is on his right wrist. Bagnis serve +1, and then Alcaraz backhand cross court, forehand Bagnis, and then Bagnis backhand after that goes just wide, setting up another break point for Carlitos. Alcaraz 2 for 7 so far on the breakpoint opportunities. Let's see here. Alcaraz rocking different shoes than he was in? No, maybe not. Indian Wells. Okay, breakpoint number 4 of the game. First serve into the net. So Alcaraz licking his chops, thinking, okay, I got a second serve. I'm going to take this to the bank and cash it. Backhand return Alcaraz up the middle. Backhand Bagnis goes wide, and it's a third straight break. It looks like the bakery might be preparing some bagels that are in the oven currently. All right, so let's see. Some hellos for Ben. We got Wedian, seems like a training session for Carlitos. It really does. Tennis Twit, I want a Runa Alcaraz matchup. Same here. I want either Alcaraz Fritz or Alcaraz Runa, because it's going to be one of the two. M's saying, and that's assuming all of them make it through. I'm so ready to have Rafa back. Same here, M's and Novak. I want them all. I want them all here. Hi, Wedian says, Kathy, you and me both M's. Same here, M's missing Rafa. Casey, hi. All Covey, GTL Ben, let's go, GTL, vamos. Thank you, KC. Always great to have you. Had you in the last stream as well. Sunkit saying, I will be scared when Alcaraz plays Rafa. Rafa's movement has reduced drastically. Let's see, though. He's looking pretty good. By the way, folks, please do give us a like. Give us a subscribe if you can. We really appreciate it. It helps us bring you more and more tennis, and we get to watch more tennis with you, call more tennis matches, bring you more news updates, draw previews, segments such as Covey's Corner, which I drop usually every Monday, but lately been doing every second Monday because Indian Wells and Miami are both over a week long. So we decided to wait until the end of both tournaments. But yeah, also, if you need some cool merch like this shirt above me, check in the description box below. We have our merch store. And then there's also different ways that you can tip if you'd like. You know, if you want to support financially, Patreon, PayPal, all in the description box. All right, here's Carlito serving for the set. We're only 20 minutes in, and he is up 5-0 first serve into the net. Second serve, Carlos, is good. Forehand return up the middle. Forehand Alcaraz to the backhand of Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Bagnis. Backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Bagnis. Backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Bagnis. Backhand Alcaraz. It's a looper. And backhand Bagnis into the net. 15-0 Carlitos. Cap saying, by the way, welcome Cap, great to have you. Carlitos' confidence alone is ominous, and he's only 19. Just the positivity, he just oozes it, you know. 20 likes so far, so thank you to everyone. We got about 32 people in here, so that's over about 2/3 of you. So thank you to everyone who's given us support. Really appreciate it. Nice serve up the middle. Bagnis, very short return. Alcaraz rips a forehand. Another lob from Bagnis. Alcaraz puts that away. Overhead smash into the open side. 30-0, 2 points away from the bagel, and looks like we may be pressing the bagel button. Sunkit saying, Elena struggled yesterday. Does anyone think she will win this tournament? Her draw looks tough. I think she's not going to play any worse than she did yesterday, so that's one good thing. In terms of being able to win back-to-back Masters 1000s, very tough to do. But without Iga there, I think she has a pretty good shot. All right, forehand Alcaraz now, backhand Bagnis up the line, which is just wide. And remember, folks, Bagnis, the Argentine, is a lefty. So we've got triple set point. We are close to pressing the bagel button, folks. Let's see if it happens. Kenan and Bianca are rising, kind of, maybe. Sound very confident there, Cap. No, I'm just kidding. Wendy and Kathy, my favorite English teacher. There you go. Emma saying she was getting used to the conditions and everything yesterday. Sunkit plus Kalinskaya was playing well. I think she will get better as the tournament goes on. First serve, Alcaraz is a fault. Second coming up on triple set point. Man, I feel like I've just been talking nonstop since the beginning of this stream. Serve is good. Backhand return up the middle. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Bagnis is long. And we have a bagel, folks. In just 23 minutes, Carlitos has turned this match into an actual destruction of the Argentine. So, you guys ready for the bagel button? Who wants the bagel button? Anyone. Let me know if you would like the bagel button. Let's see. Let me just get one more comment in here. Sunkit saying, also after loss yesterday, does anyone here think team still has a chance to come back stronger? You know what? We'll answer that question right after this.
Well, yeah. We got a bagel. 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 Bagel.
So Emma's chiming in on the team question. I hate to say this because I love him, but I think team is done, Sunkit. Cap saying Rebecca is an ice queen. She can do it. Max Carlos is taking Iga's throne of the bakery. LOL. Kenan has looked good in her first 2 matches, says Emma. Yeah, and Kenan has the best button in my opinion. It's my favorite. It's got that very hip hop style, and Ben does like a nice little double time rap on it. You don't want to mess with it, Kenan. Oh. Emma saying bagel, the rude button, please. Cap, I used to be giving away buttons, but I was told that I must. We charge $5 for a button. So if you'd like the rude button, got to be on a rude stream, or if you drop a $5 tip, I can get that for you. Although yes, KC Carlos button, yes, he does deserve it. That is definitely doable. So really, really sorry about that, Cap.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right, Bagnis starts off the second set a little bit better than the first because he won his first point on his serve. Oh, I didn't notice, but Bagnis also is rocking white and green wristbands on either wrist. So I did forget to mention that. My bad. All right, second serve here at 15 love. Alcaraz gets that back. Forehand Alcaraz now slice from Bagnis on the backhand side. Forehand Alcaraz, another backhand slice Bagnis. Inside out, forehand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, just wide, lands in the alley. So Bagnis is up 30 love. So my prediction was 6 love, 6-2. So far looking pretty good. And I also called Bianca in 3 sets as well. So been on fire lately with my calls. The only call I didn't get right recently was I had Saba beating Rybakina in the final at Indian Wells. All right. Bagnis first serve at 30 love is long. Here comes a second. Team has a great button, says KC. Oh, 1 second there. All right. We're into a rally backhand. Ooh, a ripper of a backhand from Alcaraz. 30-15 now. Sanket, I feel there's no strategy to stop Karlov if he plays like this. I feel only Novak can expose that, or maybe Rafa on clay. Maybe Sinner goes in full hard hitting mode with no errors. And that's tough to do, right? Basically redlining. Okay, Bagnis, nice serve out wide. Alcaraz with the return and trying to drop shot Alcaraz. Alcaraz gets to it, but his little attempt there goes into the net. So Bagnis, 40-15. Oh, we get to hear, and this is a new button. It's not new, meaning I haven't heard it before. It's new, like Ben just made it. So let's see here. Let's see if we can get this Bagnis button. Should I root for Alcaraz to lose this game so we could hear the Bagnis button? Second serve here, 40-15. Backhand return Alcaraz. Bagnis, cross court, backhand there. And then forehand from Bagnis goes into the net. So 40-30. Wedian saying Caroline Garcia is struggling. It's too bad. Yeah, she hasn't been super hot of late. KC killing me. What is happening to team? Good day for Canada, says Casey. Yeah, so far, Chapo won. And, of course, Bianca won. All right, serve is good up the middle. Return up the middle, forehand Alcaraz. And then forehand Bagnis into the net. We're back to deuce. Emma saying, yes, Christea. And, yeah, it's rough M's in regards to team. Sunkit saying, nice Covey. Yeah, Bianca looks to be back in her fighting best. Yeah, really good. Bagnis is 33. Okay. Okay. All right. Forehand Bagnis off the tape. Lands on Alcaraz's side. He gets to it, and oh, yeah. And he puts it on a crazy sharp angle and wins the point, does Alcaraz. So advantage Carlitos. So it was backhand ripper Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, lands in the hits the tape in the middle, but then lands by the sideline. Alcaraz gets to it, and then super sharp angle puts it away. Oh, beautifully done while he's sliding in towards the net. And it is advantage Carlitos, break point. All right, return up the middle, and Bagnis +1 forehand. Alcaraz gets to that, and then a volley for. It was a volley, but it was over his head, so it wasn't like an overhead smash, but it was an overhead volley that Bagnis dumped into the net. So it's 1-0 for Carlitos. Let's see. Someone was just asking about Bagnis, 33. Yes, he's 33 years old, and he is the number 100 ranked player in the world. So 1 versus 100. We got... is Felix playing tonight too? Let me just double check that for you, my friend. No, Felix is not playing. So the matches that... actually, we'll do a quick... Oh, you know what? It's the changeover. That was the first game. So that's a quick changeover. We'll get to some scores after. But Alcaraz has won the first 7 games of this match, folks. First serve, Carlitos into the net. So, yeah, tomorrow it will be... FAA will be on court. Second serve, Alcaraz. Good. Forehand return, Bagnis. Forehand, Alcaraz. Forehand, Bagnis. Backhand Alcaraz, short ball Bagnis, goes to forehand. Alcaraz, backhand lob, and lands in very, very deep. And overhead Bagnis, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, cross court to the backhand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz. And it's long. Bagnis, good point there. And it's love 15 on the Alcaraz serve. Max, this is from Am's Max. I was really hopeful, but can't see it getting better. I actually missed what that was in regards to here. Emma saying, LOL, Carlos has done more as a teenager than Bagnis has done his whole career. I hate it when Garcia isn't winning the matches she's supposed to be winning. Yeah, it's always frustrating when one of the people you're hoping to win is favored and doesn't. Alcaraz with a +1 drop shot, and it's a beauty. 15 all. So he missed the first drop shot and makes the second one. Just feathers it ever so gently. Here we go. 15 all. Alcaraz serving. Up a break and a set. Got a bagel in the first set. Broke right away after Bagnis actually had a couple game points there. He was up 40-15, but ended up giving that match or that game up regardless. All right, Alcaraz +1 backhand to the forehand of Bagnis goes into the net. 30-15 Carlitos. M's team is killing us softly with his matches. Killing me softly. All right, here's Alcaraz 30-15. First serve is good. Bagnis return wide, lands in the alleyway, and it is 40-15 Carlitos. Bagnis looking at his box saying, I don't know what to do. I have no idea. What is going on here? KC says same Capricorn in regards to Garcia. Alcaraz first serve into the net. Sunk it. I feel Elena will improve her head-to-head against all WTA players this year. Tomorrow, Badosa will be the culprit. I think Elena is 2-3 in the head-to-head. Yeah, she's a little bit of a late bloomer, but yeah, you get the sense that she's going to be equaling and taking over a lot of head-to-heads. Alcaraz serve is good, and the return, Bagnis up the middle. Alcaraz +1 goes into the net, and it's 40-30. All right, folks, if Bagnis can get one more point in this game, so it's 40-30 Alcaraz, we'll hit the brand new Bagnis button because I haven't even heard it yet, and I'm very, very anxious now. Before I said if Bagnis gets 3 straight points, but that might be a tough task. But if you can get 3 points in a game, Alcaraz first serve is long. Here comes the second. You just got to wait for the ball boy to chase that down as it ended up in a no man's land on the court side. Second serve, good. Forehand Bagnis is good. Backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, backhand Alcaraz, all cross court here. Forehand Bagnis. Alcaraz goes wide. All right, folks, I'm doing it. Middle of the game, we're hitting the Bagnis button.
Can't get better than this. Facundo Bagnis.
you go. Very like a raw, emotional Ben singing there. I liked it. Very, it's a different vibe. And Alcaraz double fault at deuce. So Bagnis now has the advantage. Can he get on the board? Let's see, folks. Let's see. Break points 0 for 0 so far. Bagnis, Alcaraz 4 out of 9. M saying, haha, Ben is such a legend. Nice one as always, Ben. Yeah, it was like raw, right? Like you felt his soul as he was singing there. Backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Bagnis, now backhand Alcaraz cross court, forehand Bagnis, backhand Alcaraz up the line, backhand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, backhand slice Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Bagnis goes long and back to deuce. Good rally though. Nice rally. That was about at least 12 shots there, I'd say. So someone saying Max with the Fugees reference. Who was it? Roberta Flack was actually the originator of that song. I have an interesting story about that song. But here we go. Alcaraz with a drop shot on the +1. He had a short ball, did Alcaraz, off the return, and then he drop shotted with that. So I think it was 1994 or 5. My dad was driving me to hockey. So we lived in the States. We lived in Washington State, and we were about an hour and a half away from the ice rink that I played at. My dad would drive me 4 times a week, an hour and a half each way. It was crazy. But this brand new song by the Fugees came out, Killing Me Softly, and my dad is singing it word for word. I'm like, Dad, this just came out today. How are you knowing all the words? And he's like, didn't come out today. This is from Roberta Flack, and it came out in the 70s or whatever. And that's a great memory I have with my dad. Because I was like, what is going on? How do you know word for word this song that just came out today by the Fugees? Oh, a nice little rally there, forehand to forehand, but then Bagnis goes just a hair long. Alcaraz holds and consolidates for a 2-love lead. Pretty long game, 6 minutes and 46 seconds, almost about a third as long as the first set there. And we are 37 minutes in. Alcaraz has won all 8 games. Sunkit, is Ben a singer too? Yes, he is. He definitely is. He makes lots of music. He makes all the buttons. Another one from Sunkit is from before. He said, I hope you don't see Rafa versus Novak final at French. Then I will be so jealous. So I'm not sure who you're talking to there. Cap, Rebecca Mental Giant is a mental giant with very powerful strokes. She can easily finish 2023 as world number 1. Be interesting to see. I mean, Iga has so many points to defend. So Bagnis, looks like Alcaraz's return, yeah, it was about an inch long. So it's 15-love Bagnis here. Bagnis taking Alcaraz's break point would be surprising. Yeah, it would have been. Bagnis forehand, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, backhand slice Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Bagnis, forehand Alcaraz into the net. So it's 30-love Bagnis here. Emma saying, yes, Sunkit, his YouTube is Son of Robin Records. He has some songs there. So yeah, check them out. And we'll check them out. He says, I got to check that out, Covey, says KC. Yes, Roberta Flack sang the original song. She's also won 2 Grammys from that song. There you go. Yeah, for sure. My father's no longer around, so I definitely, like, you know, it's, yeah, of course you have millions of memories with your parents, but that was one of the really cool ones, because I was just like, what is going on here? Alcaraz with a ripper screamer of a forehand. Bagnis goes with a super high lob, but nope, that lands wide of even the alleyway. So Bagnis still up, but it's now 30-15. Strumming my pain with his finger. Yeah, definitely beautiful song. No worries. He's watching over. He's Yeah, it's crazy. After my father passed, every single photo we had, because everyone comes over and for a couple of days, everyone's just kind of reminiscing. There was not one single photo where he wasn't smiling. Like, it was just crazy. He was just constantly smiling. So, whenever I close my eyes and I picture, I just see him smiling. So it's pretty good. Alcaraz with is the return. He got a racket on the backhand, but it went long. 40 love. You all very sweet. Thank you, Max. Thanks, Ems. And no, it's okay. It's been about 6-7 years. So, I mean, he was my best friend. So it's like when you divide a number in half forever, it never ever becomes zero. There's still some residue there. So that's kind of how I feel about my dad. He'll always be there, even though time does something. Bagnis now 40-30. After he goes into the net, unhappy with his work is Bagnis. Oh, okay. Here we go. 40-30. Bagnis serving. First serve is wide. Here comes the second. Oh, second serve is a let. So another second coming up. Second serve is good. Backhand return cross court. Forehand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz is a rocker. And now short ball for Alcaraz. And he rips it inside out. Winner, forcing a deuce. He is relentless, folks. He is absolutely relentless. Is Alcaraz. So twice he's been down 40-15 on the Bagnis serve and come back to deuce. And from Emma, my sister passed away a few years ago of sepsis. It was a difficult time, but when I look back at old photos of her and remember the good times, the pain goes away. That's how it is. And I'm really sorry to hear that. Losing a sibling, oh gosh, that would be so tough. I mean, a parent is something that you expect. A sibling would be really tough, I feel. Bagnis with an ace up the tee. Loss isn't easy. Yeah, that's right. Luckily, I have a really big family. My mom has four sisters and a brother. My dad had 2 sisters and 2 brothers, so I have a huge family, and we had a lot of support and everything there. Bagnis, he gets on the board, folks. It is now 6-love to 1 for Alcaraz. So there you go. Bagnis is even celebrating, throws his racket up. The crowd is giving him some big cheers and everything. Wedian saying, Carlitos, please have some mercy. M's to Emma saying Emma with a heart emoji. Yeah. Well, definitely hope things are better now, Emma, after the time has passed. Yeah, it's a funny thing. It's interesting because loss is very, very like you'll lose a grandparent and you're like, okay, that's like a big deal, but it's like, okay, I still have my parents. And then when you lose a parent, at least for me, it was like if I'm a table, like one of the 4 legs was taken away. That's what it felt like. So yeah, it's very interesting. So like I said, a sibling, that would be very difficult. But it's all a part of it, right? The experience of life. So change over here. Let's check out some out of court scoreboard. So Schwartzman, let's go from the top. We had Rusevori takes out RBA, straight sets. Shapovalov over Peya, 2-1. Rublev straight sets over JJ Wolf. Sinner straight sets over Laszlo Jere. Schwartzman over Wu Yibing, 2-love. Van de Zandschulp over Popperin in 3. Tommy Paul over Husler in 3. Fritz straight sets over Nava in just under an hour. Kecmanovic is tied at 1 set apiece and just started the third set with Ugo Humbert. As my feed just what's going on here? Okay, we'll continue though. We got Jan-Lennard Struff and Dimitrov. Jan-Lennard Struff serving for the set at 5-4, and he's serving right now. Later on, we'll go to the later ons later, but we'll go to the women's side. Actually, I'm just going to real quick refresh this because I've lost my screen here. Gosh, it did this earlier. It just went blank again, the screen. Really weird. It's never done this before. It looks like Bagnis is up here in this game. Alcaraz is serving. It's love 15. Just bear with me, folks. I have no audio or no visual right now. Anyways, good time to go over some scores on the ladies' side. So, ladies' side today, we had Alexandrova 3 sets over Townsend. We had Mukova over Zhu in straights. We had Pliskova over Wang in straights. We had Andreescu over Sakari in 3. I called that one earlier. We had Bauskova over Blinkova in 3. Vondrousova over Kudermetova in straights. Kracheva over Jabeur straights. Krachikova over Sasnovich straights. Keys over Montgomery straights. Kenin over Kalinina in straights. And Kirstea just took out, it looks like, Garcia in straight sets. Brengel and Vekic are Brengel's up early, an early break, serving at 3-2 she is. And Kvitova also up a break, serving at 2-1 in the first set. Okay, again, not sure what's going on here, folks. Apologize that I can't see. But it looks like on the Alcaraz serve, it is love 40, triple break point for Facundo Bagnis. Still no visual. Really weird. All right, so Alcaraz serving, it looks like. And break to love for Facundo Bagnis, folks. So it's 2-2 here in the second set. Nicely done, Facundo. And let's give him his button.
Can't get better than this. Facundo Bagnis. Facundo Bagnis.
All right, folks. So again, I have a totally black screen. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to wait for it to reload. That's what happened in the Bianca Sakari match as well, and it just came back by itself. So let's hope that goes down. Oh, it says live event has finished. That cannot be true, folks. What is going on, Bet365? You need to pick up your game. Oh, it says back soon. Okay, so I think they just put up the incorrect graphic. So I don't know what's going on, but there's obviously some sort of technical issue. But I will still try to look up what the score is. It looks like Alcaraz now is trying to break back. It's love 30 on the Bagnis serve. So boomerang break potentially. Let's take a look at some comments while we're waiting. Let's see here. Nick saying, damn, Carlito's just too good. I have another 2 siblings in my older brother and sister. We look out for each other all the time. Very grateful for them, I guess. Yeah, that's great. I got to have that family support. Nick saying, damn, I lost many friends along the way. That hurts. Yeah, it's one of those things that you got to learn to live with. Tennis Twit, does anyone know why Indian Wells in Miami longer than the other Masters? Yeah, it's a good question. I really don't know, but I'm glad that they give them a little more time. I think you get a day in between for the first couple of rounds, and then you get like back to back, I think, in the middle rounds, and then you get a day in between, maybe between like semis and the final. KC, they're gradually making them all longer. Ah, interesting, KC. Did not know that. That's very good information. Tennis Twit saying, sorry, Emma. KC saying Madrid and Rome will be longer too. Oh, okay. Like it. It was 2015, so it's been a while, and I've moved on, but thank you all for the kind word. Yeah, same here, 2015. KC, then Canada, Cincy this year or next, I believe. Okay, so they're all increasing. Very, very interesting. Max saying, Bagnis taking Carlos break point is something I never expected to happen. Struggling to get footing off the court. Some technical issues. Footage off the court. Okay, so you have it too. Okay, so it's not just me. I was wondering, and M saying, so annoyed Prime is losing tennis. Unfortunately, we don't have the Prime tennis coverage that you guys have in Europe. I have it on this channel called TSN in Canada. But if I go to that, it's like a minute and a half behind the scoreboard. Looks like Alcaraz is broken back. So even though I'm not watching or not able to watch it, I can press the button. Also can't see on Tennis Channel. Okay, that makes me feel better because I was like, man, what is going on? It happened earlier in the other match. And then, you know, I was like, what is going on? I don't understand what the issue is, but it just seems like maybe some sort of technical issue on all fronts. And Wedian saying, I'm watching Eurosport France, some technical issues as well. So there you go. It's going to Sky Sports, I think, next year. So frustrating as it's really expensive. You know, it's 2013. Lindsay Platelli is saying, I've also lost coverage in South Africa. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is sorry, I meant Tennis TV. No worries. It was Andy for watching tennis. Ems is saying to Emma. Emma's saying all broadcasts having issues. Okay, so it's not just me. That makes me feel better. I like to be included with all of your misery as well. No, I'm just kidding. But looks like Alcaraz is up 30-love now. And so he's cruising. So he got broken for 2-all, and then he broke right back, and now he looks like he's cruising. So 30-love Carlitos. Very, very funny. M saying, I'd really like to see Fritz do well. Okay, now my screen is all black and white. There's some real technical issues going on here. I am pretty surprised. You know what? I'm going to hit refresh on the... electrical problems. So Emma is saying Prime just showing results from today. Wedian saying electrical problems. Cap saying Dimmy lost the first set to Struff. I just can't. Yeah, saying back soon. I'm sure someone's trying to work this and figure it out, but pretty comical, to be honest, for all of us to not have this. I wonder if someone just like cut a wire or something, or maybe like a squirrel did something. Who knows? Chewed up one of the cables. That would be adorable, though, wouldn't it? Come on, Bet365. Stop doing this. It keeps showing me this authenticator to place bets. I'm not trying to place any bets. I'm trying to watch some tennis. Okay, well, I'm just going to... It looks like Alcaraz here has a game point at 40-30. We're 1 hour into the stream, 53 minutes into the match. I had Alcaraz 6-love, 6-2. So if he can just win the next point and then win the next two games... make me look really smart. World feed lost power. No feeds anymore, says Kathy. It was aliens, says Cap. Eurosport France are talking about some electrical issues in the stadium. Holding pattern, says Kathy. All right, well, Alcaraz does hold, and so that is a consolidation. So we can, just by looking at the score, we can find out some information. Yeah, I wonder if someone's going to get displaced from their job. Oh, I've got video, folks. I've got video. I am back in action. So, Bagnis here. Now, what are you doing, feed? What's going on here? Okay, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Bag. What is going on here? I keep getting this thing thinks I'm trying to bet right now. I'm not betting. Why do you keep asking me to do that? I don't get it. It's like this huge QR code thing, you know, that QR, the black and white. It just keeps popping up in front of my feed now for some reason. It never happens. Okay. Come on, buddy. What is up with this thing? You know what? I'm just going to turn off this browser and open another one for my Bet365 because this is really annoying. Okay. It looks like Bagnis is serving and he's down 15-30. So Alcaraz continuing to just roll and roll and roll in this one. Okay. Okay, I've got video again. Let's hope it lasts for more than 5 seconds. All right, so Bagnis serving at 15-30. There's no scoreboard on the screen either. So definitely some technical issues going on here. Backhand return, Carlitos goes long. So 30 all. Gobi's in the house, folks. All right, Bagnis serving at 30 all. First serve is long. Here comes the second serve. Backhand return up the middle. Forehand Bagnis, backhand Alcaraz. Drop shot Bagnis. That's a high one. Alcaraz gets to it and rips it. But Bagnis gets it. Actually just blocks it. Goes straight up in the air, neutralizing the point. But then Bagnis has a pretty easy backhand slice, and he dumps it into the net. Hey, baby. Crazy. Okay. Emma, okay, got coverage back from Prime. Same here and with no scoreboard. So, yeah, there's obviously some sort of technical thing going on. But Alcaraz here with a break point. So, hi. Hello. We'll go back out after this match, okay? All right. Oh, the scoreboard is back on. Alcaraz return up the middle. Bagnis is at the net. Alcaraz lobs it over him, lands in. Bagnis, desperation, gets it back. Alcaraz with a short ball, and he puts it in overhead for the break. And Bagnis, I don't know if Alcaraz didn't even put any mustard on that overhead. I think maybe Bagnis was like out of commission after he hit that very desperation shot after the Alcaraz lob. Beautiful lob touched by Alcaraz. 34 minutes into this match. Into this set is 34 minutes. 58 into this match, and Alcaraz is up 6-love, 5-2. He will serve for the match shortly, folks, right after this. Okay. So matches coming up on the men's side today. We have Lajovic-Cressy at 3 p.m. scheduled, so that's in 8 minutes. We've got Fucsovics-Rune. That'll be a good one. That's at 3:20. Ruud versus Ivashka. That's at 4 o'clock. And then we got Taro Daniel against Zverev. So some really good matches. I would say, honestly, all 4 of them, but especially the Rune, Fucsovics, Ivashka, Ruud, and Daniel Zverev. I think those 3 especially will all be great matches. Lajovic-Cressy will be okay, but I think Cressy's just going to serve and volley his way to the next round. On the women's side, 2 matches after the current ones. By the way, the current matches on the women's side, we have Brengel is serving for the first set against Vekic, and we have Kvitova is up a break on Linda Noskova. Noskova serving right now at 2-4. So the 2 final matches on the women's side will be both really good ones. We got Leila Annie Fernandez versus Belinda Bencic. That'll be great. And then Sabalenka versus Rogers, Shelby Rogers. So some really, really good matches on both sides here. Carlos just too good. Well, 2 breadsticks in same game. We got Jamie Whitney. Hello. If could be done in 3 to 4 minutes before you can say goodnight. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're. Sorry, I'm not fully understanding you, Jamie, but I do appreciate you commenting and contributing to the chat. Always great to have new faces and names in here. Alcaraz with, oh, what a beautiful forehand. He's just hopping around on his tippy toes. He's like a ballet dancer who has the power of a bulldozer. 99-mile-an-hour winner speed. Gosh, it was so effortless looking. I don't know who has the ability to watch, but Alcaraz just danced around a backhand and forehand ripper up the line. Beautifully done. 15-love. First serve is long. So Alcaraz 3 points away from the match and from matching the exact scoreline I predicted. Let's see. Let's go, Alcaraz. Here we go. Second serve is good. Backhand return. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz into the net. 15 all. 707 Lady T saying, Cubby, they have you working overtime. I love it. I love it. Having a great time here. I did an early match. For me, it was 9 a.m., the Bianca Andreescu Sakari match. And then this one, I actually was, I also like to take the later matches because the later matches in Miami, I'm 3 hours behind Miami. So, if a match starts at 7 in Miami, it's only 4 for me. But if it's 4 for me, it's also 11 p.m. in England, right? So I don't mind helping them out with the later matches as well. All right. Bagnis with a very weak block back attempt on the return, and it goes straight into the net. So 30-15 Alcaraz. We've gone over the 1 hour mark. So I was thinking it's going to go under an hour, but an hour and 1 minute here. Oh, Jamie saying, I mean 15 love, 30 love, 40 love done as I have just arrived. Okay. Jinxed it, though, he says. No worries. Oh, damn. I need 6 more screens, says Kathy. All right. Second serve for Alcaraz at 30-15. Serve is good. A kicker out wide. Bagnis forehand return. Alcaraz up the line, but just misses it by a hair. So 30 all. Yeah, he missed that by about an inch or two. Some stats. Unforced errors, 10 for Alcaraz, 17 for Bagnis. And winners, 10 for Alcaraz, 3 for Bagnis. 2 aces, 2 double faults Alcaraz, 1 ace, 1 double fault Bagnis. And Alcaraz sets up his first match point with an unreturned serve.
Match point.
Carlitos looking to make a quick one of this. It's been very quick, an hour and 3 minutes. We have our first match point. First serve is long. Here comes the second. Yeah, how many likes we got here? We've got 25 likes, 30 people in. Thank you to every single one of you. Pretty much everyone has liked. Really appreciate it. Second serve is good. Return up the middle. Forehand Alcaraz, backhand Bagnis. Forehand Alcaraz goes long. So we've got a deuce. Not over just yet. Unforced errors in this set. Alcaraz 6, Bagnis 18 in the first set. Second set 12 each. So Alcaraz a little bit looser here. And what I mean loose, not hitting and playing loose. I mean not as tight in his unforced error count. They're climbing up here. But the first set he was redlining from the start. All right, here we go. Second serve at deuce is good. Return up the middle, Alcaraz backhand, and Bagnis can't get to it. It was like the return was really nice. It was deep. Alcaraz moved out of the way and scooped it over, and it just barely made it over, and then it bounced twice before it even made it to the baseline, and Bagnis couldn't get to it. Setting up another match.
Match point.
Serve is good. Backhand return. And Alcaraz forehand up the line, and I thought it was long, but no, it caught the line. And there it is, folks. In just 14 games, Alcaraz takes it 6-love, 6-2. Facundo Bagnis now 0-4 against the world number 1 Carlitos Alcaraz. Nice little hug and a little pat on the belly. Yeah, they give some love to the umpire. The crowd is way more full than it has been. I guess that's because the world number 1 was playing. I think they wanted the match to go a little longer. The Fritz match went under an hour. This one went just over an hour and 4 minutes. So basically 2 full matches and 2 hours of play on this court after a 3-hour, I don't want to say epic, but close to a really, really nice epic in the first one between Sakari and Andreescu. So Bagnis leaves the court. And there you have it, 6-love, 6-2. All right, folks, that was pretty routine from Carlitos. I don't think anyone was expecting pretty much anything different. And there it was. So run through some comments. And Tennis Twit saying, Covey, you called it. 6-love, 6-2. I did. What a perfect start to Miami for Carlos. Walk in the park. He marches on, says Jamie Whitney. Is Ben having a day off? No, Ben is always in the background helping us out, all of us commentators, with things that we need. He actually made the Bagnis button as well. So no, he's not off. But yeah, I just asked him if I could do that. I love doing Alcaraz matches. So I requested, I said, hey guys, is it cool if I do Alcaraz? And they obliged. So really grateful to them for hooking that up for me. M saying I need it to be the clay swing. I've not slept in 3 months. I'm hanging on by a thread. And then as soon as the clay swing starts, then I'm going to be in your shoes, M's, where everything's going to be in the middle of the night or super late for me. Tennis Twit, WTA matches lasting longer than ATP ones. Yeah, that one match that I called earlier, the Sakari Andreescu, was an hour longer than the Fritz match and the Alcaraz match combined. Well done, Carlitos, says 707 Lady T. Where's the button? Gonna hit that, and then we're gonna sign off here in a second. We got Weddy with the stars. What match you doing next, Covey? Not sure. I'm gonna take a look at the schedule, and then I'll see what Ben and JG need from me. But I am gonna actually look at the schedule real quick. And while I do that, let's hit this button for the victor, Carlitos Alcaraz.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos! Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos!
All right, so in my mind, the popcorn matches, honestly, I don't see too many popcorn matches. Maybe Barrera Nori, Hurkacz Kokkinakis, Evan Sonego, that'll be a pretty good one. Mackenzie McDonald Berrettini, okay. Dimanur Halis, that could be a good one. Baez Guerin, maybe. Gasquet Tsitsipas. FAA versus Thiago Monteiro, the Brazilian. Lehechka Musetti, those will be some pretty good matches. Borna Choric versus Eubanks. Cerundolo Kovacevic, again, nothing really like popping out. Shelton Manarino could be a good one. And then we got Medvedev versus Carballes Baena. So nothing really crazy popping out. I would say maybe Hurkacz Kokkinakis. I'd say top 3, Hurkacz Kokkinakis, Lehechka Musetti, Gasquet Tsitsipas probably are like the best overall matchups. Maybe Cam Norrie Barrera as well. On the women's side, tomorrow, Pagula Collins could be a good one. Rabakina Badosa, that'll be a good one. And then Potapova Goff, I don't know about that. Oh, Azarenka Lynette. So yeah, I'd say those ones. And Ostapenko Haddad Maya. Yeah, so we got some good ones. Oh, and Qinwen Zheng against Samsonova. So yeah, I think the women's side actually has, in my opinion, some better matchups on paper. Anyways, folks, that is going to do it for me. Maybe we'll run through a couple more comments. Thank you. Thanks, Covey from 707 Lady T. You're welcome, and thank you for joining me on the stream. Really appreciate it. M saying thanks, Covey. Always look forward to your matches. Thank you, M's. And my new Instagram buddy. Now that I have a little bit of time, I'm going to check through in the threads and stuff like that and people's IGs, because it'll be nice to get to know everyone a little bit better. Let's see here. I think that is pretty much. Oh, let's see here. Tennis Twit saying we need Rafa Novak back. 100% agree. Weddy and Carlitos' next opponent, Cressy or Lajovic. Yes. Will be interesting because Cressy is a pretty good serve and volleyer. And when his serve is on, he is tough. Women's side looks good. Yeah, I agree. I think tomorrow it's going to be good. Pagula Collins, definitely. Thanks, Cubby. Have a great weekend. You too, Tennis Twit. Great to have you as always. Always like your comments and your input. So yeah, I'm just going to end it with this one that says, see you all soon. Great sentiment. And I'm going to end on that. So from Vancouver, BC, I am calling it for now, but you will definitely see me soon, most likely tomorrow sometime, as the Miami Masters 1000 continues on both the men's and the women's sides. Until the next stream, Covey out. And so is Gobes. Take care, y'all. Peace.